On a besoin de gaz.
It's an environmental disaster.
We need measure of regulation.
Il y a tout un tas de risques sanitaires.
It's going to bring jobs.
It's another fossil fuel.
Ça peut apporter des bénéfices en termes de croissance.
In a world where energy is a major concern, the shale gas revolution in the United States has also triggered interest in the European shale gas potential. But the topic is a controversial one. So what is shale gas and how is it extracted? What are the risks and the opportunities? Can the apparent American success story be transferred to Europe? Shale gas is a natural gas that can be found in large areas of our continent. As its name suggests, this gas is contained in shale rocks. Rocks which, in Europe, are located, on average, at a depth of between 1,500 to 5,000 meters.
Aktualnie znajdujemy się na terenie wiertni Lubocino. Jest to najstarszy poligon wiertniczy, gdzie prowadzimy poszukiwania gazu z łupków.
In Europe, each member state is free to decide whether to authorize exploration and production operations for oil and gas. Poland, for example, has decided to allow companies to explore for shale gas. However, no commercial production has yet taken place.
Znajdujemy się w trakcie wiercenia tego otworu. Aktualnie jesteśmy na głębokości 3300 metrów. Po zakończeniu tego wiercenia wiosną przyszłego roku planujemy tutaj przeprowadzić zabiegi szczelinowania właśnie w tym wierconym aktualnie poziomem otworze.
Fracking or hydraulic fracturing is a technique to break open rock when drilling for oil and natural gas. The technique is commonly used to extract gas trapped inside shale rock. Shale rock is almost non-porous, so the gas it contains does not flow into reservoirs the way it does in other types of rock. In the fracking process, water is pumped into a borehole under high pressure. This opens up fractures in the rock, allowing the gas to flow out. The water used is typically mixed with sand and chemicals. The sand keeps the fractures open, allowing the gas to continue to flow, and the chemicals, which make up around 0.5 to 2% of the liquid used, lubricate the flow and facilitate the gas extraction. The pressure is lowered, then wastewater and natural gas can flow out. Some 30 to 70% of the initially injected fluids can be collected for treatment, reused for future fracking or disposal. No large-scale commercial fracking has yet taken place in Europe. This technique, used in advanced exploration as well as production projects, lies at the heart of the controversy surrounding shale gas. Justynia runs a little farm in Luiny, Poland. In 2011, a drilling well was installed a few hundred meters from her property. Since then, she worries about the pollution that could be caused by the hydraulic fracturing, such as potential gas leaks and where the wastewater will go.
Nie jestem przeciwnikiem gazu łupkowego, jestem przeciwnikiem szczelinowania hydraulicznego, bo nie chcemy, aby tutaj, tak jak w Stanach, jak w Kanadzie, zdarzały się wypadki z zatruciem wody, z zatruciem środowiska. Najbardziej boimy się tego, że nikt nie będzie chciał od nas, jako od rolników, kupować naszych produktów, ani mleka, ani jajek, ani zboża. Po prostu, że nikt od nas nawet działki nie kupi.
Justynia isn't the only one in Europe who's worried. Barton Moss, a hamlet situated in the outskirts of Manchester, became a bastion of anti-shale gas protest when a British company launched an exploration site there. Today, opponents are organising Operation Snail to slow down the lorries that are coming to deliver materials to the site.
The reason I'm against it is it's an environmental disaster waiting to happen in terms of its potential threat to the local environment, spoiling underground water supplies, air pollution, threat of earthquakes.
The process is not that uncommon. And what people actually don't realise, if you want deep geothermal energy, you have to hydraulically fracture granites. You have to frack granites using exactly the same techniques as is done for shale gas. But it is important that the surface processes of dealing with wastewater, of dealing with the immediate sealing of the well through the aquifers is done very, very carefully.
We have to gain planning consent, which requires approval from the regulatory bodies and then assessment of the local fauna and flora, the water. We do baseline monitoring so that we know what the quality was before, during and after operations. And then we have to design and construct the well. We protect the formations by running in steel pipes and cementing those in place. And that provides the integrity for the well.
C'est des opérations qu'on maîtrise assez bien, ce qui ne veut pas dire qu'il n'y a pas de risque. Il y a toujours un risque, parce que c'est une activité industrielle. Mais on a les moyens de réduire les risques au minimum.
Total, the French oil and gas company, operates in the shale gas market in the United States and has obtained exploration permits in Poland and Denmark.
C'est inimaginable qu'on développe ce genre de choses sans l'assentiment des gens. Il y a une façon de faire qu'on essaie de développer par exemple au Danemark, qui passe par de l'information, qui passe par des réunions publiques, qui passe par aller expliquer aux gens ce qu'on fait. Alors, la transparence est un élément clé sur ce sujet.
How interesting could shale gas be for Europe's economy and its energy market? Could we try and strengthen our energy security, lower gas prices, and experience the same revolution as the United States?
It is very unlikely that the experience in the US will be repeated in Europe, mainly due to the volumes that are much lower in Europe. And also due to the geological situation, it is very likely that the production costs will be higher in Europe than in the US.
We don't expect the prices to drop dramatically because of shale gas, but what we do think it can do is certainly stop the prices from rising.
L'Agence internationale de l'énergie, dans son World Energy Outlook de l'année dernière, est venue montrer qu'un développement à large échelle de l'industrie du gaz de schiste en Europe ne permettrait de ne répondre qu'à 2 à 3% des besoins de gaz de la population européenne. Si on commence aujourd'hui à investir massivement pour permettre un développement à large échelle du gaz de schiste, ce sera autant d'argent qui ne sera pas mis pour faciliter un développement des énergies renouvelables et des politiques d'efficacité énergétique.
On est tous conscients qu'on va vers une économie qui sera de plus en plus décarbonée. La question, elle n'est pas là. Les pétroliers en sont convaincus aussi. La question, c'est comment on y va et qu'est-ce qu'on fait de nos ressources pour y aller. Si le gaz peut amener des rentrées fiscales pour être réinvesti dans les renouvelables qui, elles, en ce moment, ont encore besoin qu'on les aide, c'est gagnant-gagnant.
Shale gas exploration is underway, or about to start, in several European countries. As a result, the European Commission is recommending principles to ensure the safety of this industry in all EU member states.